103.2 Dublin City FM. This is Mental Wealth for a Tuesday afternoon. You're very welcome on in. If you want to get in touch with the programme, email mentalwealth@dublincityfm.ie. We're on for about 28 minutes today, and I just want to tell you that it's National Parents Week this week, and you can get in touch with Parentline at parentline.ie. It's a helpline for parents, somewhere to pick up the phone and talk to trained facilitators who will offer a sympathetic ear in confidence and won't judge you. If you are a parent and you've got questions, the number to ring is 1890 927 277. 1890 927 277. And it's their National Week. I will be speaking to Rita O'Reilly from Parentline again in the very near future about some exciting things that they've got coming up in October. Okay, to today's programme, and we are talking about an amazing event that's happening next Saturday in St. Stephen's Green in Dublin. It's called Trust, and it's an extravaganza of music in the Green, and I'm talking with Mr. Upfull and Indira about it. So tell us all about this gig on Saturday.
Yeah, so it's a kind of coming together of some actually really amazing artists. They're based mostly around the kind of reggae genre of music. Soom T's an amazing, prolific MC from Scotland. Ugo Otto is a brilliant singer and producer from Portugal, but he's based in Barcelona. There's the Damai Sound System crew. I run Damai Sound System with Bob Damai and our other sister B. And there's the O'Snoddy brothers from Keela who are going to do a performance. Obviously they're not reggae, but it's going to be a nice mix up of things on the day.
So roots and reggae and trad.
Yeah, roots all around in all forms.
Brilliant. And tell me why you're doing it.
We're trying to get a bit of notice for Pieta House, and making a big joyful sound in Stephen's Green is a great way of doing it. There's so much footfall there that it's just a very it's a good spot to grab attention.
It's good for for visibility, for mental wellness as well. So Pieta House and mental wellness is really the reason that we're doing it.
It's a big sound system. People will hear which part of the Green it's in.
I think they'll hear it before they see it anyway, yeah. That's the plan.
And this isn't the first time you've ventured into the Green?
No, so with the event ran in 2013, 14 and 15. So this will be the fourth year running the event.
And can I ask why the break?
It was pretty hard to raise the funds to kind of cover the costs, and so personally for me, I just thought I'd do a bit for myself for a while and not spend so much time organising this for a couple of years and just get my kind of stuff sorted for myself. Why else did we take a break?
Yeah, I think it was just difficult to get the dollars together to make it happen. There's insurance and loos and ambulance and all the rest of it that need to be paid for.
That's it. So so it was kind of just kind of putting ourselves first for a few years, because it costs about $2,000, so you kind of have to have that in your back pocket to run it.
So that it's back on is testament to the fact that it was so good in the past that you're itching to get going again and to put it on in the park and get seen. This is a family event. Everyone's welcome. There's no charge in.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's the beauty of it, is that it's accessible to everybody, and I really like that you can't charge for tickets into the park anyway. So it had to be free, and I think that's a really nice part of it, is that it's not out of bounds for anyone just due to finances.
I'm going on memory here, but do you take over the bandstand, or have you got a new location in the Green?
It's the bandstand still, yeah.
Brilliant. And does that kind of act as a very kind of 360 visual for your acts and your message that you've got on the day?
Yeah, it's a lovely place to have it, because, it's surrounded by trees and it's round, so there can be people on every angle of it, and It's a great
Yeah,
spot.
we generally face into there's a green just beside the bandstand, and we kind of people generally congregate there, and we face the sound into that part of the park. You will hear from other parts of the park though. But yeah, it's like all sorts of everyone walks through there. So there's it's not like running an event where you have to market it to particular people. The point is to catch the people who are walking through there and make them aware that Pieta House is there, and that we're all in it together, and there's infrastructure for mental wellness around, which is there's not enough of it, but it is there, and there's very compassionate, and the right people are in there doing that.
It's a community thing. I suppose you can just picnic if the weather is permitting and sit on the grass or lay out a picnic basket and blanket, and it's there like all afternoon.
Yeah, well, that's the lovely thing about the bandstand as well, is that, if the sun's out, it's a bit of a sun trap, that area. And we've had great fun with, kids coming along, and there was a balloon guy one year, and the kids were just, bubbles. But he was chasing, the kids were chasing the bubbles in the sunlight, and it was really magical. I think that might have been the first year, was it? Must give that guy a call, actually.
Yeah.
The bubbles guy.
But everyone that's involved in it, from the people who are lending us PA, everything has come from pure donation. The guys in session hire have been very generous, and they're lending us equipment to run the band. The sound system, everyone's very happy to carry the boxes in and string it up, and all the artists are just they're just in it because it's a very positive thing to promote in a time where there's plenty of negativity to combat.
Okay, I'm talking with Mr. Upful and Indira from this great gig that's on Saturday, midday to 6 p.m. in Stephen's Green at the bandstand, and we're going to take some music. So run your finger across that poster and pick some music that we're going to play next. We're going to go to Glasgow. Tell us.
So Soomti she's an incredible artist, and we're going to play one of her latest songs, Warriors, which I think is really fitting for this event.
Brace to face tasteless, faces, puppets that waste kids over the bases. Think of all the mind trick, ain't the basis. Don't stick in the deep because I hate that. I've been sitting in it all day, a record I'm playing. Big fat chick in the ashtray, burning away. Meditation of a romantic dates and a neon tray. Before a sweet dessert, take me away to the dealers in the hall who bake. Got me the bubbles on a tray, I'll get up my way. Dealers in the wall who bake, singing warriors come out to play. Singing warriors come out to play. Like a puppet, you're standing with you understanding of a mass gripping system. I speak of my passion with respect to catch a brother with the London. The London when it comes down fast crushing. Interaction with others about what we are imprisoned in. Rocking for the dividends of dissidents and no remnant. Chapelos belligerent to regiment of innocence. And time to ends of substance and come on like a filament. Dealers in the hall who bay. Get me the bubbles on a tray. I'll get out my way. Dealers in the hall who bay. Singing warriors come out to play. Dealers in the hall who bay. Get me the bubbles on a tray. I'll get out my way. Dealers in the hall who bay. Someday you'll see the bars of your penitentiary gates ajar. But everywhere I look I see the sentry breeze by and CCTV. So look gently for the bar in the cage brandy. Then said to empty. Guess up into camera shy. Yes an island still in touch. Such luck was but one thing cut into this rut. Now we're both stuck in like big trucks in deep mud. So prepare to rip it up when you think that you're bad enough. To the dealers in the hall who bay. Get me the bubbles on a tray. I'll get out my way. Dealers in the hall who bay. Singing warriors come
Zoom Tea and Warriors. You're with Dublin City FM. It's Mental Wealth for a Tuesday afternoon, and we're talking all about a great event that's on in Stephen's Green this coming Saturday at midday till 6 p.m. Drop along whenever you can. It's all in aid of Pieta House, and there are some great acts on it. Remind me, who are the acts that are on?
So there's the Damai Sound System family, which is myself, Mr. Upfull, with Bob Damai, and we'll have Ugo Otto on vocals, as well as Sum T, and the Osnoddy brothers from Keela will be playing as well.
Why do you do this? You know, this is year number 4. What got you into this in the first place?
So Pieta House are an amazing organisation who help people who are suffering with mental health issues. I think their aim is to prevent suicide and self-harm, and I think there's a lot of negativity around, and I think Pieta House are people who are kind of a safety net for people who end up falling through the cracks kind of in terms of mental well-being. So supporting them is a very important aspect to the gig. But to tie that in with the sound system, there's been more bands in the past, I think, than there is this year. It's kind of easier to set up a sound system and have DJs run, but it's the same kind of oral impact on the park. And because it's such a public place, I think it's really important to say to everyone that, like, you know, it's like, you know, if you feel that you need help, there is help out there, and you can speak to people who will be absolutely professional and non-judgmental, and, you know, make you aware of what's around that you may make use of.
And there's an opportunity to give as well, but you're saying that that's not the focus. The focus is more the message. But I could read out a very long URL, which is not radio friendly. give.everydayhero.com/IT/trust-just-be-1. That's not radio friendly, but that's why the message is more important than the shillings, is it?
Exactly. Well, it would be great to cover the costs. If people want to donate, we'd be delighted to get some donations. But yeah, the message is that we're all in this together, and yeah, it would be nice to think that somebody would feel positive after this event if they were feeling down, and that it might lift them up a little bit, as well as just becoming aware of Pieta and all the other organisations. It's kind of a day for supporting people who've lost anyone through suicide or who's suffered themselves from depression. So it's the message is that, you know, you're not alone in it, because everybody's experienced it at this stage, either depression or mental illness, or has lost somebody through suicide. So I think it's an issue that's affecting so many people, that having this event in Stephen's Green Park is fantastic, because it's so central. It's in the middle of Dublin City, and it's everyone's park. So it's quite special to be able to have it in Stephen's Green Park as well, in the sense that it has historical significance, and yeah, the message is of positivity and togetherness.
Pieta House are around the country, and they've nearly a house in every county at this stage, and if they haven't, they're still raising money to put a house in every county in Ireland. They're also got a national phone number, 1800 247 247 is free phone, and you can contact them on that. Will we go for another piece of music that you can hear down in Stephen's Green this Saturday, the 28th of September? What will we go for?
So I'd like to play a tune of my own called Era, which features Irla from Rubadub Hi-Fi, and it's about the kind of current state of Ireland. It's on a rhythm that was actually originally by a guy called Augustus Pablo, and the original rhythm was called Young Generation, and it's kind of lament for the state of the world that the young generation has to live in.
Mar de se stíl nu a riif bin an ír in a cruú is céir mar líf. Cead blion caite cat a denta a gin nó cat a cearan éring. Éire ó cat a cearan éring. Éire ó cat a cearan éring. Páistí bochta gan dídan gan ceolalas an draumas ó ráhar ag ihis ag óg. Maidin eile mochas dá haisiún na ngádaí farcach puin agus póit ó na polaitóirí. Éire ó cat a cearan éring. Éire ó cat a cearan éring. Ó gánach eile mar a bheith gahar leat lia, cór eile dáite an nóchhaile lia. Páistí le ásta is gonnaí á líana, chun pilléir eile a scaoile. Éire ó cat a cearan éring. Éire ó cat a cearan éring. An basa déanamh Sophie híchríon na Spáine is cuma leis faoin ngol is an cuoine cráte. Cán eile ag an relic Corbella sa chré is ceann mína eile le breacha an lé. Éire ó cat a cearan éring. Éire ó cat a cearan éring. Cad a hála don bhilge ártanga ú bín, leag siad na cuilte is réib siad ag tír. Saidirí galga in nuithe I néil, is cultúr na nghfuil fós an mhail. Éire ó cat a cearan éring. Éire ó cat a cearan éring. Sean mína uig na chud trécha lehéin is an luing ó scapa go tíre I ggéin. Loch siúil ar an móthir ach ní bhlaachtar le fós fin na páistí ag sugra sa chlós. Éire ó cat a cearan éring. Éire ó cat a cearan éring.
That's Erla from Rubadub Hi-Fi and produced by Mr. Upfull. You're with 103.2 Dublin City FM Mental Wealth, and we're pushing this gig for Saturday. The people of Dublin need to get along to St. Stephen's Green, and it's at midday till 6. Come along, it's free in, and it's a sound system right in the heart of Dublin, playing out some reggae beats and sounds. Is there something about reggae that's kind of fits in with all of this? Oh, we've got the colours here in the poster, but is reggae kind of a soothing kind of music for one's mental health?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, I think it's a huge genre, but from its roots, it's always been a message carrier. Whether it's been about positivity and upful living, or whether it's been about statements about the kind of socio-political state of affairs, or I think the general culture that goes with reggae is very inclusive, is very positive. And so, yeah, I think it does absolutely fit very well to carry a message of mental wellness, definitely.
I was going to ask you, and be gentle on them, but how is it to work with Dublin City Council? Are they, good with working with groups like this?
I found them to be great, actually. Absolutely perfect. So it's actually the OPW that grants the permission to do the gig in the park. And then we have to comply with Dublin City Council's noise limits. So, but they've been supportive, and I haven't had a lot to do with the council, to be honest. It's more the OPW that I deal with in terms of getting permissions.
Is there actually a guy with a decibel meter somewhere checking us out?
Well, yeah, like we have to have that. So the OPW requests, like from after the first year, there was a few noise complaints. So they requested that we have a noise meter for the next events. So, but that's grand because it's not too hard to stay within the limits, and I mean it's worth it if it means that we can put this on and so many people can enjoy it. Yeah, the OPW have been, I mean, I have to say, I think they've been very good, and thank you to the OPW for giving us the permission to put this on, because it really is, it's very special to be able to put this on in Stephen's Green Park, given the historical significance of the park and the central location. So it's really, yeah, thank you, OPW.
Yeah.
You've just reminded me of a decibel limiter in the old Mother Red Caps when I used to DJ, and their red light would come on. If it comes on 3 times, the 240 volt was cut. So, and it was record players, so everything just died. And what about working with Pieta House? Obviously, you've got a long-term relationship with them now. Do they give you kind of insight or speakers for the day or any branding? How does it work with them?
They do. They offer somebody to come along and speak at the event, but they have very strict guidelines when there's children at an event of what they can say and what they can't say. So, generally somebody comes along and says thanks to everybody for being there and also for donating. And they talk a little bit about what their work involves. But they wouldn't really go into a huge amount of detail around suicide because of the guidelines that they have when there's children at an event. But I think it's really good to have them there, because people that are there get to hear in detail the kind of work that they do and, the service that they provide. So it's nice for people who are donating to know where the money is going.
And we're going to go for the final push, and we've been pushing this one hard, is Saturday. What are you doing between midday and 6 p.m? Because happening down at Stephen's Green Park at the bandstand is a big reggae sound system for Pieta House, playing out some music. They're called Trust, and they've got a message of just be, B-E-E, and it give us the bands again, because these are all of international pedigree here, aren't they?
Absolutely, yeah. I'd point out that Damai sound system isn't the biggest sound system, reggae sound system running. It's not the biggest reggae sound system that's been in the green. Even I think being big isn't our mission, but we're certainly a quality sound. And we have the great pleasure of having Sum T and Ugo Otto playing alongside. Bob Damai is going to do a set. I'll do a set of my own music. I'll do some live dubs, and then the Osnoddy brothers from Kela will be performing as well. And yeah, it's going to be an amazing day. Definitely, I think the general vibe of playing in the park is always well received. There's kids and elderly people and every age group in between, and there's every social strata, and everyone's there, you know. So it ends up being a really nice community vibe, you know. So come along, definitely come along. It's well worth the trip in.
Yeah, and hopefully everyone can come along and just be themselves without any pressures on them for the day, and just enjoy the fact that we're in it together in the park, and you know, we're all together.
And there is ways to donate, and I will tweet them at Dublin City FM in a couple of minutes' time. You can get links to that, with thanks to the OPW, to Pieta House on 1-800-247-247. And if you are in need of talking to somebody, you can also talk to the Samaritans on 116-123 24/7. Doesn't cost a cent, and it isn't registered on any phones that you use. With thanks to Indira and Mr. Upfull, last plug, Saturday 28th of September, midday to 6 p.m. It's in the heart of Dublin, St. Stephen's Green Park. It's going to be a great day. Thanks for your time today.
Thanks a million, Brian. Thanks for giving us the coverage as well. It's the more the merrier that comes along to this, because it does take a lot to organise.
You're very welcome. This has been Mental Wealth. We're back next Tuesday. Hopefully we'll be talking with Rita O'Reilly from Parent Line. Until then, have a great week, everybody. Stay safe, take care, and goodbye. Trust present a mental wellness event Saturday the 28th of September, midday to 6 p.m. The Bandstand, St. Stephen's Green Park. Dammy Family, Zoom T, Mr. Upfull and Friends, Hugo Otto, Poet Eno, the Osnodic Brothers from Keela, powered by the Dammy Sound System in aid of Pieta House. Come to the Bandstand at St. Stephen's Green at midday Saturday and just be for pietahouse.ie.